Okay, so Les Paul Classic. It keeps going out of tune. What a surprise. It's a Les Paul. Typically the strings bind here because of the 3x3 headstock and the angle in the nut. And I've discussed that with the owner. I'm going to try and open the nut slots out a little. But also we've got some lovely Schaller LockingTuners to put in. The original ones were locking, the ones supplied, but they had different backs to them. So to preserve the neatness at the back of the headstock, I've found some that are going to fit exactly the same screw holes and still provide a locking mechanism. They'll work really good. So first thing to do is get the strings off. And pull the whole tailpiece out and put it to one side. I'm also going to pop this Nashville bridge off, just so that it doesn't fall off when I don't want it to. I mean, how beautifully packaged. And there they are. I mean, they're a real upgrade. They're practically identical. I'm going to give a headstock a bit of a wash before I finally fit the tuners. So I just want to make sure that this all fits nice and securely before I take the rest of them off. And that looks great, and there's just enough space to get a string through the headstock as well. So these little black screw caps just fit on the top. So the way these work is inside where the string goes, there's a little ball bearing, and with the end up, the ball bearing is loose, so you push the string through the ball bearing, past the ball bearing out the other side. And then when you tighten the knurl at the top, it pushes down and holds the ball bearing in place, so the string can't move, which I think is a really nice way of doing it. So I'll pop you back in there. It all looks like it's going to fit fine. I just want to make sure I can get a string on. It's off. So through we go. On. On. So that's nice and tight, and then the string will push through. And if that one goes on, they'll all go on. Okay, so we're going to take the rest of them off. Right, now we're just going to line up the screws. Oh, they gave me an extra screw, that's nice. $10mm socket. And they don't have to be, you know, torqued up to apocalyptic levels. Just tighten. They'll compress down on the washers and that should keep them tight. If they do come loose, then at a string change it's worth just checking and making sure they're still secure. You just tighten them up again. There we go. So, and then these little monkeys just pop on the top. Once you've tightened them, they kind of lock on a lip at the top. That one hasn't. So tighten them up, and then as you release them, they stay in place. There you go. It just, you can feel it just pop past a little lip that then holds it from falling off once you've loosened it, because otherwise you're going to be searching around on the floor trying to find the thing forever. Right, they're on. So the next thing to do is just give the whole thing a bit of a quick, it's not very dirty, just give it all a bit of a clean up, put some new strings on, and away we go. Right, new set of strings, because they're easier to put on than the old set. Well, we do want the tailpiece though. And then we'll see how easy these new LockingTuners are to string up. LockingTuners are normally a godsend. They just slide on beautifully. Right, so tailpiece in place. So we're going to push the string straight through the middle. There it goes. Very easy. Pull it tight. Lock the knurl bit down at the top. Little kink. And cut. And then as I tighten the string, it just comes up to tune. And stays nice and secure. No windings to lose any tension in. It's almost like having a locking nut. So through the middle, under the ball bearing. Nice and tight, knurl down. And again, you know, you don't need to twist the life out of the knurling on the top. It's just finger tight is plenty. Holding beautifully. Now when I was looking for tuners, finding ones that fit the 10mm holes in the middle of the headstock and that more traditional design casing, it's not easy. Often the ones with that traditional vintage casing come with 8.8mm holes, and you can get collars to put in. And also they don't have these screw down tops, they've just got little inserts that sit in the top. But the Schaller ones have got exactly, as you saw, exactly the same casing that fit on exactly the same screw holes. They fit in the 10mm holes. They're excellent quality. They're winding really nicely. They've got quite a high ratio. Not that you need a high ratio, because it's locked. So I think for a replacement, to an upgrade to a locking tuner on a guitar that's already got vintage style tuners, these are a really, really good option, if not the best option. But maybe you found some others that fit well as well. And if that's the case, then stick some comments in below and let me know. Always good to add to the catalogue more options for the customers. Right, truss rod. Yeah, I thought that was on the loose side, and it is. So we're just going to give that a bit of a tighten. Yeah, that's overdone it a little bit now. So back off a bit. Okay, so that's more like it. String height. So I'm looking for about 1.5, maybe 1.75 millimeters at the 12th fret on the bass side. That's really low. Okay, right, so I'm going to go and have a play with this, tinker with it to get it as low of the action as I can, but without excessive buzz, and then we'll just make sure that the tuning stays stable and there's nothing going on untoward in this nut. But the new tuners are on, and looking spot on. So the tuning is just a little bit unstable, so what I'm going to do is, the nut slots are already pretty low, so a 28 gauge nut file, and I'm not so much lowering it as just widening it. That's better. So then A sharp. So we'll drop the A out. You can hear it clicking the nut actually. Take the 36. And I'm just rolling that down the sides just to take a little bit off the edges. That's better. That's good. Yeah. Good. Yeah, okay, I think that's good. Right, off to the desk, give it another go. Okay, so that tuning seems pretty stable. I've given it a good old robust play of Sweet Child of Mine solo. Sounds good. So I'm pretty comfortable. The nut slots aren't sticking excessively anymore. They'd always stick a bit, but they're doing well. The truss rod, nice and tight, actually, and it's not buzzing at all. And the string height, so what have we got? We've got touch over 1.5, touch under 1.25, so it's pretty much spec, if not a little bit lower, and it's right at the, any tighter and it just starts to buzz and rattle just a little bit. Not very noticeably at all, just in a couple of places, but set as it is, which is better than it was when it came in, it's playing perfectly. So we're just going to refit this truss rod cover, and whilst I do this, if you've enjoyed the video, I mean, I get dozens of guitars through a month, Les Pauls, Strats, and everything in between. Amps come in, PA equipment comes in, all sorts of stuff, and I'm always working on something. So if you fancy watching a few more videos, if you think that would be helpful, then please consider clicking the subscribe button to keep up to date with the latest posts. If you're dropping by just for one video, welcome anyway. By all means, click the like button if you've enjoyed it or found it useful. These Schaller tuners, top pieces of equipment, and it's nice just to see how easy they go on. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you again soon.